Welcome to the Veteran Entrepreneur Network. I'm your host, Cameron Burrell, Army engineer veteran, entrepreneur, and fleet operations business owner. On this podcast, we talk trucking, logistics, fleet operations, entrepreneurship, business growth, leadership, and real-world lessons from the field. Let's get into today's episode. Real-world business, real strategies, real results.
Picture a yard at 4:30 a.m. Drivers are rolling out, a unit light goes on while a tractor idles by the gate, and that truck doesn't leave for 4 hours. The dispatcher calls, the job is missed, a run is delayed, and the client eats the cost. That one preventable failure just turned into lost revenue, expediting fees, and a stressed customer relationship. Most owners count parts and labor as a cost center. They don't see the revenue hiding inside routine preventive care. Today, I'm going to show you how to flip that mindset and start selling preventive maintenance as a predictable, margin-rich service line.
Here's the promise for the next 10 minutes. You'll learn how to convert routine checks into recurring revenue. See 3 package templates you can use right away. Get pricing rules that protect margins, and walk away with operational fixes that don't wreck route efficiency. I'll also give you a starter script to move a client from one-off repairs to a subscription-style agreement. Let's get tactical. Point 1. Reframe maintenance as a sellable product. Start by defining clear, repeatable service types. First, a pre-trip DOT bundle. Think basic lights, brakes quick check, tire pressure, fluid top-offs, and a short safety walk-around. Sell that as a weekly or pre-route subscription. Second, seasonal preventive packages. Focused brake checks before winter, cooling system checks before summer, and tire inspections ahead of heavy hauls. Third, a roadside minor repair add-on for things like air leaks, sensor swaps, or minor electrical fixes your techs are trained to handle on site. Bundle these with fleet washing. Offer a combined service plus wash package so you capture both uptime and appearance maintenance in one visit. Pricing frameworks should be simple. Calculate base labor per stop, add average parts cost, include drive time, then add a margin buffer. I use a 25 to 40% target margin depending on parts risk. Sell outcomes, guaranteed uptime windows, reduced out-of-route failures, and simplified monthly billing. That shifts conversation from repair cost to operational value. Point 2. Operations that make it profitable. You can't sell recurring services if your routing and parts system collapses. First rule, route-friendly scheduling. Create fixed time blocks for preventative stops. For example, designate 2-hour windows in the morning for pre-trip checks on high-frequency routes. Second, parts staging and micro depots. Keep fast-moving SKUs, brake pads, hoses, sensors, bulbs, on the vans or at small micro depots in the yard. Third, technician time blocks and utilization rules. Schedule techs so they have predictable blocks, preventative checks in the morning, scheduled repairs afternoon, and emergency slots reserved for roadside calls. Measure simple utilization, percent of available blocks booked versus open. Don't overcomplicate with heavy software at first. A shared calendar, a simple route board, and a parts par list recorded on a tablet do the job. Finally, design pickup logic. If a tech uses a special part more than twice a week, move it into the van kit. That reduces drivebacks and protects your SLA commitments. Point 3. Sales and contract mechanics. Keep contracts short and outcome-focused. A one-page SLA that lists service frequency, response windows, included items, excluded items, and payment terms works better than 30 pages of legalese. For payment, require a rolling monthly subscription with net 15 terms for larger fleets or prepaid blocks for smaller operators. Protect margins with simple rules. Capped warranty labor for included items, pass-through for expensive parts with pre-approval, and a clear no-surprise clause for emergency extended repairs. For onboarding, use a 5-step checklist: initial yard audit, baseline photo and mileage log, agreed service days, parts baseline, and tech pairing. Sales script, use a short structure: confirm pain, quantify cost of downtime, propose the package, and close with a trial. Let me run a 30-day pilot on 5 units so you can see uptime improvement and a single monthly invoice. That lowers buyer friction and gives you a test case to prove value. Point 4. Quality and capture in the field. SOPs are the backbone of billable capture. Train techs on a simple documentation workflow. Checklist items, required photos for anything replaced, time on site, and quick CRM notes describing the issue and recommendation. Use forms that prompt for parts used with SKU or part number and have a yes/no checkbox for whether the client authorized the work. Training checkpoints should include 3 things: proper documentation, client communication phrasing, and parts accountability. A short on-van checklist that techs sign off daily keeps inventory honest and prevents parts leakage. When techs document thoroughly, you get repeatable billing, stronger compliance records for DOT audits, and a stream of upsell opportunities because your CRM shows trends you can pitch against. Risks and mitigations. The 3 I see most often. 1. Underpricing packages and eroding margins. Mitigation. Build pricing from first principles. Labor, drive time, parts cost, and a margin buffer. Pilot with a small client set before scaling. 2. Technician bandwidth and missed appointments. Mitigation. Cross-train techs and limit initial rollout to dedicated days or specific routes. 3. Parts logistics causing delays. Mitigation. Set par levels on vans. Keep fast movers in micro depots and create simple supplier agreements for overnight shipping when needed. These fixes protect margins and prevent service failures before they scale into customer churn.
Recap and 3 tactical takeaways you can implement this week. 1. Starter Maintenance Package Template. Offer a weekly pre-trip DOT bundle priced as labor plus a flat per-unit parts buffer. Include a combined wash discount to increase per-stop revenue. 2. A pricing rule to apply today. Always cost labor at your billable rate per hour, add average drive time as billable minutes, then a 30% margin buffer as a minimum. 3. A routing change to test. Block 2 morning hours on 2-3 high-density routes for preventive checks and measure prevented failures versus baseline for 30 days. Run this as a 30-day pilot, track uptime, and use the results to scale sales. If this episode helped, here's what to do next. Follow the Veteran Entrepreneur Network on social. DM me on Instagram or LinkedIn for the Starter Maintenance Package Template. And post a yard photo with the hashtag Veteran Entrepreneur Network so I can see where you're building. Share this with another owner-operator or fleet manager who's tired of reactive repairs. Thanks for listening to the Veteran Entrepreneur Network. If today's episode brought you value, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast with another entrepreneur, owner-operator, or business professional. Keep building, keep learning, and keep moving forward. We'll see you on the next episode.